Got to jump in there. Sorry for that, Minister. We're going. Do appreciate your time. We're going live to Peter Dutton, who's speaking on the day the referendum date has been announced.
All good. Well, everyone, thank you very much for being here this afternoon. Well, the Prime Minister today has announced the date of the referendum, but he's not announced any of the detail. It's clear that the Prime Minister now has 6 weeks to concentrate on providing the detail to the Australian public. You can't go to an election asking people to make the biggest change to our constitution in our nation's history without providing the detail. And I think most Australians, millions of Australians, will want to know what it is they're being asked to vote for, because it's not going to provide practical outcomes. It is going to be Canberra-based. It's not going to provide the panacea that the Prime Minister is promising. And it's without precedent that a Prime Minister would go to a constitutional referendum without providing the detail to Australians. There's been no constitutional conference. There's been no provision of detail in a completely unprecedented way. We know that this is divisive. We know that it's unknown. We know that we've got a Prime Minister who just deliberately is withholding information from the Australian public. And if that happens, people are being asked to vote for something that they don't truly understand. And I think the onus is on the Prime Minister over the course of this campaign to actually be honest with the Australian people, because at the moment he's not being honest. He's deliberately withholding detail from the Australian public. He says that all of the detail will be provided after the vote takes place. Well, I just don't think that's good enough. And if you're the Prime Minister embarking on a course where you're dividing the country at a time when families are paying through the roof for their electricity prices, they can't afford to go to the supermarket, they can't afford to fill up their car, and we've got a Prime Minister who is concentrating on everything else but the needs of the Australian people.